Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner, and beside me is my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo here in the state of Arizona, getting set for a wonderful day of golf. The Grand Canyon is the site for the action today. And Frank, how about this golf course?
Amazing, Rich. From a design point of view, absolute genius. But if you're like me and suffer a little bit from vertigo, don't look down, because the cliffs all the way down to the Colorado River, well, it's an enormous drop-off. So ball that doesn't find the fairway, you'll be re-teeing.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. On the way. Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par. Whoops, Rich, this is way offline.
Oh, yeah. Get down. Frank, they always say it's a game of inches, and this time, inches to the plus side.
Also, a little bit of luck there. Gust of wind, anything, and that ball was definitely out of bounds.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Frank, you like his chances to walk away with a par here?
Well, with a good shot, Rich, yeah, that's certainly on the cards in that. And you think you just write a par down at the end of the hole, don't tell anyone about it. It certainly won't affect the scorecard at the end of the day. So that's the goal right here.
Just 5 feet left. And so just getting started, even par so far. And he's putting for par now. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Frank, this requires one good, solid shot.
Your driver might be too much, given this altitude, so you just have to lay back a little bit. In the direction of the sand.
It looks like it. He just missed the bunker.
Even par currently.
that is a solid par putt. Settles in over the putt. In red figures at 1 under par. Frank, the other thing is the intimidation factor here. I mean, everywhere you look, there is huge trouble.
You consider the first 3 holes. Big tee shot across the canyon, long par 3, and then you get nearly a 700-yard par 5.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Frank, did you think this was possible? I mean, we used to sit around and you'd imagine, what would it be like to play golf in the Himalayas or in the Grand Canyon? And here we are. I mean, did you think this was even doable?
Well, courtesy of EA Sports now, I now believe everything's possible.
How about the design genius of the EA Sports team?
Well, it only goes to show you what is possible. You imagine, in amongst the Grand Canyon, in amongst the battle scene, all sorts of things. You can put a golf course nowadays anywhere. Just let your imagination run wild.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Third shot. Looking for a good one. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Yeah, well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. -1 in the early going. Has this to save par. Did the job right there. Here at the 4th hole, it is a relatively short par 4, Colorado River to the left, and the green is... Where is it, Frank? I don't see it.
Yeah, right in the corner behind that pile of rocks. As the crow flies, it's probably only 270 yards direct to the green, but most people will play it as a very sharp dogleg right par 4. Now, that doesn't mean you just blaze away, because you can see if you're short of that dogleg, you're going to be blocked out. Too far, you're also going to be blocked out. So you really have to get the distance right off the tee here.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Birdie try up next. Chance to get it close here. Really some strong winds out there today, and we can already see the effects on some of these shots. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Oh my gosh, that hurts. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
So after all that, it's a bogey. Solid par to remain 1 under. All right, Frank, let's see what he does.
Yeah, blind tee shot. Oh, this is right at it.
Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
So a tester from 4 feet. -1 for the day. This would give her the bogey. So, 2 over par for the round. Here at the par 5 6th, 625 yards.
You have to take a bite out of the rocky road here, up and over the railway line, and somehow underneath the arches. From there, you're heading, well, to an island green, you might say. There's no water. It's just surrounded by rock and canyon.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Good contact, good result. Players still fighting the strong winds out there today. And from the fairway for his second shot here. into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Now the second shot to the par 5. And setting up here in the rough. Steeply up the hill here. This is going to play very long.
You know, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
You're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All of the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick. That's a bit offline in the rough.
Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
That's a big number, a big mistake. 5 over par on this hole alone. Time to pick it up and move on. So with that, 1 over par. Now at the par 4 7th hole, this an unusual fairway to say the least, Frank.
It's special. The reason why it's special because it's shaped like an S. If you play it as a straightaway hole, then you're going to have to stay before that rock crop and then be far enough back that you can at least get over it in a direct line to the green. Otherwise, you're going to need a bit of a cut off the tee, and that would be fairly brave. Easy way, because the hole's not too long, it'd be to lay it up. More difficult, more enjoyable way is to cut it to the right and try and find a gap.
Frank, it really is an ingenious design here. Frank, this is an important approach shot because our featured player was really good early, a little bit shaky of late. This is a point in time where you need to get it back.
Yeah, you almost need to stop, just stand still for a second, almost just flush it out, because at the moment you're starting to look right and left at the trouble. Let's get back to what worked. Let's start looking where we want the ball to go, where the flag is, and start going there.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
Facing 29 feet. That is a painful bogey at the 7th hole. These putts keep the round together. Good work there. Now to even par. Trying to get out of here with just one dropped shot. This is for bogey. So, Frank, that's a bogey, and you see something with the body language here?
Yeah, I think we noticed that back there with that double bogey, Rich. Since then, it's almost like doubts crept in, a little bit of uncertainty. That is the beauty of this game at times, but really, if you want to be a champion, that's one thing that you have to change. Somehow, you've got to forget what's just happened. We haven't seen that yet.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole.
Nice.
Looks good. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you know this game can just take the wind out of your sails. Tough sport.
Everybody would love to drive it down the middle of the fairway, knock it to 10 feet and make the putt. We know it's not always going to happen, but play to your strengths. You might be chipping well. You might knock the odd 30-footer in. You don't have to play perfectly to make a good score.
Good lie in the fairway. Had a good chance to make something happen here. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. Frank, sadly, I've been there too often, in the water. You get down on yourself. What's the right way to approach this mentally?
Well, you've almost got to take a step backwards, Rich. This can add up so quickly. So give yourself a little pat on the back, say it's fine. I mean, you're human. You're allowed to hit bad shots. But the big thing now is to avoid 2 in a row.
Not what you wanted to hear, but this is the 5th shot after the ball went into the water. This is a cross-country special. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right.
It's no snack, though.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the cause.
Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Settles in over the putt. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. And he's putting for par now. Did the job right there. So, Frank, it's more than 600 yards, and you would think, well, wait a minute, there's no way this should be a par 4. But because
it shouldn't be, Rich.
But because of the elevation and the altitude, it's playing, what, in the high 400s, somewhere in there?
It's still downright mean. It is. It's mean.
And take two of your best shots to get home.
That's a ginormous tee shot.
Oh, come on, that's not even human. That's ridiculous. That is 350 plus yards. This, the second shot here at the par 4. Well, you don't want to compound the error. Out of bounds, and now back on the tee with a provisional. This one has to be in play. Now playing 4 after going OB on that previous shot. Second from an excellent lie. Pure strike, good result.
And that is close.
Well, double par here, time to pick up and move on. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Still even par for the day. So we're ready to start the back nine. Rich Lerner for EA Sports, along with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us a little bit about the 10th.
Yet another tight tee shot, Rich. This time the canyon is on the right side, though. And you can see that left side well protected by that wall of rock. Not an overly long par 4, but once again, you've got a threaded drive down there to have any chance to really see this flag. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle-nosed down.
Can't even see it from here. Into the thick stuff, that's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And it makes the green in regulation. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
This is a 13-footer. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
He has this for par. Can't make them all. That one gets away. And getting ready for the putt. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly.
Even par, currently.
Putt drops. Now at 1 over par. Here at the par 4 11th, that green tucked back behind the canyon wall, Frank.
Yeah, it's not overly long. Once again, though, we're going to need a nice tee shot. This hole bends in the opposite direction to 10, slight dogleg to the right, so the canyon is on the left side, and he gives that green.
Frank, this is where a golfer's mind is really tested here after hitting one out of bounds.
Well, on the flip side, though, Rich, you know what you've done wrong, so erase it. Time to put a good swing on it.
So playing the third shot right now after having gone OB. What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Once you hit double the par, it is time to just pick up and move on. Count that as a quadruple bogey. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Hate to say it, but that is a quadruple bogey, double the par, and time to pick up and move on. Up to the par 3 12th, and again, I've said this before, Frank, you do not want to miss it left.
All long. This green just juts out there at a 45-degree angle. Must fly it all the way through the air. That bunker might save you. Gives you about another 5 or 10 yards, but you've referenced that long left, and you will be in trouble.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, do that! In the hole. Tremendous shot. 11 feet away. This would give him the par. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. I don't want to play it. I just want to look at it.
If you're thirsty, it might make you thirsty, that's for sure. Of course, all that lovely water, courtesy of the mountains.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Set for his next shot from a good position in the fairway. Giant putter heads, fat grips. What's happening with putter technology these days, Frank?
One of the things they've done is face balance. That means the putter face doesn't rotate around, especially when it's not hit perfectly. So a putter that doesn't move around as much means it's going to stay squarer. A putter that stays squarer means the ball's going to go on line more.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. That's a bit offline in the rough. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. These putts keep the round together. Been a rocky round. Settles in over the putt. Been a rocky road to this point. 4 over par on the round. So back-to-back par fives, 14, Frank. I've heard you describe holes before. Have a go at this one. I'm curious. Go ahead.
Well, I never thought I'd be talking about a par 5 that can stretch over 900 yards, but this is it. Fortunately, we're at altitude. Fortunately, this hole plays a little downhill. That's about it. The rest is all up to you, because it's going to take 3 absolutely beautiful shots to reach this par 5 into a sliver of the fairway all the way across the side of the mountain. And somehow, not only do you have to hit it once, but you've got to hit it twice just to have a third shot at this par 5 green.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, no other way to say it, Frank. That's just an awful shot. Well, just needs to refocus right here. Out of bounds on that last shot and needs to keep this one in play. Now, this will be counted as the 4th shot after going OB on that previous shot. That one needs to hit a tree or something because it is headed out of bounds.
Now, this is way, way offline.
Yeah, this one is headed out of bounds.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Pretty good shot right there.
Really. This is an awkward length.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. With that performance will make you want to, I don't know, take up tennis, something. Anything but golf right now. because that didn't look like the sport we've been watching. Good contact, good result. Boy, this round has really taken a turn for the worse. He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. This shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
That's as bad a shot as I've seen for a long while.
Always found this to be hard, Frank. You're seething, you're just fired up, you just knocked one out of bounds, and you have to kind of put it back together.
Yeah, this one better find the fairway.
Third shot now after having gone OB. Second shot, good look at the green. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Gonna have grass stains on the shoes come the end.
Okay, 20 feet, not too bad. 130 yards out. Not going very well for her at this point. This is for bogey. That is an excellent lag putt right there. Had the speed perfectly. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
And getting ready for the putt. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Take no pleasure in saying it, but it's a fact. It's a double bogey. Now to the par 4 16th hole, and Frank, again, the canyon comes into play. The wildlife is out here. We have the hot air balloons with the gallery gathering in just the most unusual setting I have ever seen.
This is an absolute bizarre hole, really. It just turns around. It's in the shape of a U. And the best view of that green, really, is to drive it all the way down the corner and down the right side. The right side, of course, is the closest to the canyon. There's a lot of wildlife up the top here. Not only that, but this hole also plays uphill. So this is probably the hardest tee shot on the golf course.
It's almost like a question mark, and you have to be asking yourself,
the question.
What in the world am I doing out here? How do we play this? Just enjoy it. Chance to get it close here. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
That one is well off target. Now his third, staring right at the green. This is a good-looking shot. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
That was cruel. That looked like it was certainly going in.
Did the job right there. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Just 2 holes left. The 17th is a par 4, Frank. Looks like a bowling alley, not a golf course.
Yeah, it is, but you could easily get a strike down here, that's for sure, because you'll knock over more than pins. Anything left or right is going to hit one of those mountains on either side, but hopefully will bounce all the way back to the fairway. So it might play a little wider than what first your eye sees. Second shot's going to play slightly uphill again to a green that pitches slightly back towards you, plus 2 different tiers.
Second from an excellent lie. That's well played, and now a good look at birdie. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
She's regarded as an excellent putter. Here another chance for birdie. Never quite had enough oomph on that.
Yeah, sort of a wishy-washy stroke.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. In for par. He's made it. And now to the finishing hole.
A monster par 3.
Hello, where are we, Frank? Where's the green?
It is down there, that's for sure. Bunkers short and behind. They'll really help you if you misjudge your club selection. Apart from that, there is a green down there. Anything other than that will be a trouble.
What was he thinking there?
I have no earthly idea.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Wow, Frank, he did well just to get it on the green from that lie.
I didn't think that was doable.
Setting up for the shot from the sand.
It's that sneaky distance.
Wow, I thought he made that. Well, Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Been a rocky round. Just a couple of feet. Frank, not the best round we have seen. Bit of a struggle today.
We didn't really see a lot of great shots out there, Rich, to be honest. But I guess the most interesting thing is, can they turn it around?